Harambee! Neno hili si hivyo, mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua today officially announced the withdrawal of DCP party from the Mbeere North parliamentary by-election.
In the spirit of collaboration and fairness under the united opposition and our resolve to unity ahead of the 2027 general elections, leading to the identification of one presidential candidate to face William Ruto, we have agreed that DCP will support the Democratic Party in Mbeere North constituency, acknowledging that the seat was previously held by the Democratic Party and should rightfully be retained for the party's candidate to complete a full term, and hence DCP has agreed to give support to the Democratic Party candidate and start down our candidate at DCP. This decision has also been informed by the recognition that the Honorable Justin Bidan Mutuli, the party leader of the Democratic Party, is a great leader from that region with enhanced capacity and undoubted leadership qualities to lead the Democratic Party into winning the seat. We shall therefore support the Democratic Party candidate and ask our members in Mbeere North to support that candidate from the Democratic Party. Number two, we have also agreed that we support the Wiper Patriotic Front candidate in Mubuni ward in Machakos County under the opposition banner. Equally, we have also agreed to support the candidate of the DAP Kenya candidate in Kabuchai and Chwele ward in Bungoma County. For other elective positions, DCP shall field and mobilize fully to campaign, popularize and seek votes at our party ticket. As we compete, we shall respect our opposition parties in those regions, mindful that democracy is the preserve of every Kenyan. This consensus and agreement among the parties in the united opposition only applies to the by-elections. However, let me confirm that in the 2027 general election, DCP shall field a presidential candidate and other candidates in the 290 constituencies, 47 counties, and 1,450 wards across the republic.
Why do you think Rigathi Gachagua finally decided to withdraw DCP party from Mbeere North parliamentary election? For those who follow this channel, I've always maintained that it was a tactical error for Rigathi Gachagua to actually sponsor a candidate in Mbeere North when he was not sure of winning. Because the latest opinion polls from Mbeere actually placed DCP party at number 3. So in my view, Rigathi Gachagua ought to have withdrawn that candidate much earlier. But Rigathi Gachagua could not do that because one man, Cleophas Malala, insisted that DCP party had to sponsor a candidate down there. That's why even today, DCP party is still sponsoring a candidate in Malava because Malala has insisted that they must sponsor a candidate there. But today, DCP party made a resolution that they will not sponsor a candidate in Mbeere North. In this video, I want to reveal to you guys the reasons why they've withdrawn from that parliamentary seat. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think DCP party finally withdrew from the Mbeere North parliamentary by-election? Number one, there is the united opposition. And the strategy of the united opposition is simple. They want to lock William Ruto in regions. In their thinking, they believe that Mount Kenya, Ukambani, Kisii, and Bukusu area, if locked, they will be able to defeat William Samoei Arap Ruto. But who is the kingpin of Mount Kenya? Rigathi Gachagua. But remember, in Mount Kenya, we have different political parties. We have Martha Karua of NARC Kenya without any stronghold in the mountain. We have Justin Muturi, DP party, and Rigathi Gachagua, DCP party. That by-election was occasioned by William Ruto through the appointment of the Mbeere North Member of Parliament, Godfrey Ruku. Ruku was elected on DP party. DP party belongs to Justin Muturi. And the reason William Ruto picked on Mbeere North is because he wanted to use that by-election to teach Justin Muturi political lessons. But one man, Rigathi Gachagua, also had a mission. He needs a political party in parliament. Mbeere North provided that opportunity. But because of zoning, where there's a clear agreement that in Mount Kenya, as much as Rigathi Gachagua is the kingpin, there is the Mount Kenya East. And that Mount Kenya East also has a principle. The principle is Justin Muturi. And because the by-election, and because the seat belonged to DP, it was easy for them to agree that in this Mbeere North, let us give the DP candidate. And that's how he has withdrawn his candidate. That's number one. Number two, there was also the fear that by sponsoring a candidate in Mbeere North, he was going to play right into William Ruto's trap. Because just like I've been explaining to you guys, removing William Ruto from office is the easiest thing for the opposition. But the question has always remained, what is the strategy and how can William Ruto be removed from office? You can say one term, two term, you can sing one term, 1,000 times. But as long as there is no strategy, you can't succeed. The strategy is founded on unity, which means they must be able to agree on basic things, like agreeing on who to take on that seat. Yeah. So they feared that Ruto wanted DCP party to run, his party to run, and then DP to run. And based on the opinion polling, it was going to be possible, and I'm telling you, it was going to be possible for DCP to be number 3, UDA to be number 2, DP to be number 1. Tell me if that was not going to humiliate Rigathi. So that's why they decided. It's as a result of zoning. It's as a result of the fear of falling into William Ruto's trap. Number 3, politics is a game of numbers. And in most cases, those numbers are either real or perceived. An opinion poll was conducted. The opinion poll placed DCP party's candidate at number 3. Elections are just around the corner. Replacing this candidate might not be possible. And because numbers don't favor them, how do you then hide from being defeated? How? You throw your weight behind the DP candidate. Then Rigathi will take a lead role in campaigning for that DP candidate. If he wins, Rigathi will take credit for that win. And again, it will now give them the opportunity to plan for the future, because Rigathi was even very clear during the same press statement that in 2027, they'll produce a presidential candidate. They'll produce a gubernatorial candidate. They will produce a senatorial candidate. They'll produce MPs in all the constituencies in the Republic of Kenya. MCS, all seats. So his message, in my view, was simple. I want to support you here, but don't expect me to support you again. So it means this move was actually part of an agreement within the united opposition. Number 4, I'm looking at the aftermath of losing this seat. If Rigathi had insisted and they go all the way to the ballot, and let's just assume they are defeated, what would be the aftermath? The aftermath was something which was going to be very, very difficult for Rigathi Gachagua to manage. What do I mean? If they had lost, Rigathi will not claim to be popular in Mount Kenya East. I did an analysis on this, which you can check. Number two, Rigathi Gachagua will lose the bragging rights. Number three, Rigathi Gachagua, the aftermath if they lost, was going to lose the momentum. The number of aspirants or people interested in that party was going to reduce. In fact, William Ruto was going to see a window, an opportunity for him to exploit. So for me, that's a good thing he has done, for me, politically speaking, by withdrawing that candidate. And lastly, I think this is a strategy of locking William Ruto out of Mount Kenya. How do you lock William Ruto out of Mount Kenya? You unite. After uniting, what do? You focus on other important things. So the entire opposition will come to the mountain, campaign for the Mbeere candidate, and then they'll assure the country that this same unity you are seeing here, we are going to replicate it across. I don't know why Rigathi has not withdrawn his candidate for the Malava parliamentary by-election. Maybe you can tell me, but I think for me, it is a strategic move, one of the best moves for Rigathi Gachagua to withdraw his candidate from Mbeere North if he was not sure of winning. You see, there was advantages. You see, there were advantages of running and winning. If this place was not, if Mbeere North was not part of Mount Kenya, then he would have not withdrawn it. Because in Mount Kenya, there is the kingpin politics. There's the Jubilee factor and all other factors. I don't know what to think. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.